with those two former Vanderbilt University football players convicted for sexual assault on a female student. They're set for sentencing now, while two other former teammates wait for their day in court. ABC's Ryan Smith has the story.
We, the jury, find the defendant Corey Lamont Beatty guilty of aggravated rape.
This morning, Corey Beatty and Brandon Vandenberg, two former Vanderbilt football players, are behind bars, convicted on all counts of aggravated rape and sexual battery against a former neuroscience student and dance team member in 2013.
We find Mr. Vandenberg guilty of aggravated rape.
The jury deliberating for 3 hours. Their families crying out in the courtroom. The victim wiping away tears. The prosecution reading a message on her behalf.
Finally, I want to remind other victims of sexual violence, you are not alone. You are not to blame.
Vandenberg's attorney emotionally speaking out following the verdict.
What did Brandon say to you after the verdict?
He asked me what happened, and he just, didn't understand.
The prosecution argued the former players and two others brought the unconscious victim to Vandenberg's room after a night of heavy drinking. Some of the men, including Beatty, sexually assaulting the woman there, with Vandenberg encouraging the attack. The woman testifying in court last week. We've distorted her voice.
I remember waking up in an unfamiliar room.
Beatty admitting on the stand it was in fact him in a cell phone video sexually assaulting the victim.
You take responsibility for your conduct?
After seeing the footage, I do. It was me.
Beatty's attorney blaming alcohol, saying his client was too drunk after having between 14 and 22 drinks to remember the incident. The prosecution says the verdict gave the victim something she's been seeking for nearly 2 years: justice.
Both defendants will be sentenced on March 6th. They're facing decades in prison. As for the other two young men involved, they are awaiting a separate trial. But for the victim, vindication on this day. She says that from this, she hopes a discussion will come on how to end sexual violence on college campuses. Robin?
A hope that many of us share. All right, Ryan, thank you.